Well, good morning, my friend. It is Wednesday morning. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. Good to have you along. I'm back in my office in Oklahoma. Just got into the office, flying back from Florida, able to come inside, get a little bit of work done, and then be able to get ready for the evening services tonight here, Maranatha Baptist Church. Now, church, let's be faithful to church. Tonight, Wednesday night Bible study, we continue our series on principles to live by. And I would encourage you, you come, be a part of the great evening service. Always a great service here at Maranatha Baptist Church. And there is no down service. Remember, years ago, I was talking to Dr. Robertson, and I said, Dr. Robertson, I said, can you have any advice about church? And he says, every service is important. That's how he said. That's how he'd say it. He says Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, all big services. And that's what we do here at Maranatha Baptist Church. There is no down service. Every service is a big service. And I hope that you are planning to be here tonight, Maranatha Baptist Church. Let's have a wonderful time in church tonight. Well, I want to talk to you about three words: seal them up. In Revelation chapter 10 and verse 4, the scripture says, and when the seven thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the seven thunders uttered, and write them not. Now, as John described the events of the Great Tribulation, he said seven thunders utter their voices. Now, what he heard them say, we don't know, because God told him to seal those things which the seven thunders uttered. And God said, write them not. In other words, God was saying that this was not the time to know what those voices said. God was saying that we'll learn what those voices said when we need to know it. Now, there's a great principle here, my friend, that can help every believer from being bogged down with too much information. We're a very curious generation that wants to know everything that's going on with everyone. And that's normal. That's what mankind has been since the Garden of Eden. But we don't need to know everything that's going on. Some things are best left sealed up. We must understand that if God intended for us to know what we don't know, that he would let us know if he wanted us to. But because he sealed those things from our knowledge, we must leave them sealed. Now, the principle of leaving things sealed is a principle that keeps you from knowing too much for your own good. Now, there's several things you need to keep sealed for the sake of your spirit and for the sake of knowing things that you don't need to know. First, keep your private life sealed. It's not good. I want you to listen to me. It's not good for married couples to talk about their private lives to others. We live in a society where some think it's good to have religious books that help with the intimate life of a married couple. And I just be honest with you, I don't need pornography packed in a so-called Christian book to tell a married couple about the private life. One has to wonder how Adam and Eve figured out everything without having books to deal with the private life. My friend, I'm telling you right now that couples need to keep their private life sealed. I do not believe, listen to me, I don't think you need to be talking to your siblings about it, your family members about it. The private life is between a husband and a wife and nobody else. For the sake of purity of minds and for the private lives of couples to stay private, let's keep it sealed up. Second, keep sealed up those things that are not your responsibility. You don't need to know something about another's area of responsibility. If someone hasn't asked your opinion about their life, may I just be honest with you? Keep your opinion sealed up and to yourself. There's no need to waste mental energy on another person's life to talk about what you think they need to do. It's not your area. I'm a pastor of a church. One of the things I have to deal with is people often telling me what they think everybody else needs to do. Listen, until that person's life or job becomes yours, it's best for you just to stay busy doing what you're supposed to do and stop digging into their responsibilities. If it's not your area, stay out. Third, keep the dirt of people sealed up. Now, I know this goes in the face of a lot of people today, but we're too interested in learning the dirt on everyone so we can spread it. Everyone doesn't need to know the dirt on someone for the sake of cleaning up some movement. Listen to me. We don't go to a neighbor's house to see the dirt in their house. So why are we trying to spread the dirt in another local church or another person's life or about preachers or a person that involved in our church? Some things are best left sealed because it's not our area. Listen to me. What goes on at Maranatha Baptist Church is my responsibility and our church's responsibility. What goes on in so-and-so Baptist church in another state is not my responsibility. What they do is sin, not my responsibility. We believe in something called the local church. God left it up to the local church to deal with these things. Now, we need to stop trying to tell everybody what they need to do in their local church. These people that want to say, I got to clean up a movement. I've got news for you. I'm not a movement. I'm a local church. And I'm not a denomination. When they're saying a movement, they're trying to say we're a denomination. I'm not part of a denomination. I'm a member of a local church. Let the local church deal with it. That's what God said. And these people, they really want to do what God says, then shut their mouth and stay in their church and stop trying to tell every other church how to do it. Now, listen, I'm not talking about covering sin, but we are not God, and we don't need to know about everybody else. If God has sealed these things from your life, you need to leave them sealed. Stop trying to open something that is not your area of responsibility. The best thing you can do is care for your area of responsibility, and you'll find you'll have time to accomplish more in life, and you'll have less problems you have to deal with when you're dealing with people, because then you stay out of their area. That way you're not stepping on their toes when it's not your job to step on their toes. Well, my friend, I hope this is a help to you today. Now, let's remember today, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.